Welcome. In this video, we're diving into the powerful practice of releasing what no longer brings you joy. Think of it as Marie Kondoing your energy field. We'll be focusing specifically on open centers in human design, those places where you're most susceptible to taking on energy that isn't yours. These open centers can act like energetic sponges, soaking up stress, pressure, and expectations from the world around you. And by bringing awareness to these areas, you'll learn how to let go of what's weighing you down energetically, emotionally, and mentally, so you can start living in a way that feels lighter, freer, and more aligned with you. You can learn what beliefs, thoughts, and actions you really want as part of your life so you can clear away what doesn't belong. And you'll discover why it's vital to stop caring what others think and doing things that you think you should, and start caring more about how you feel. Here we go. This video is all about the why behind clearing clutter from your energy field. We're moving from feeling a little foggy and maybe overwhelmed, like the left side of that circle there, which, let's be honest, can happen to all of us, to feeling more clear and aligned like the right side of the circle. And when I say clear, I mean having only what truly lights you up in your space, your mind, and your energy. So in this video, we'll chat about what's been weighing us down, why it matters, and why it's time to release it. We'll also explore what alignment actually feels like and what your next steps might be. The first thing I want to talk about is what is going on. Why clear the clutter? What's weighing us down? It's something that happens to everyone, but especially moms in the modern world. I love the work of Marie Kondo, and she says it best. The best way to find out what we really need is to get rid of what we don't. Maybe at this point you're asking, what do you mean by energy field? Well, your energy field is just the energy around you and inside you. It's the invisible space that holds your emotions, thoughts, experiences, and even the energy you pick up from others. Most of us have cluttered energy fields, like our closets. What does it feel like when you open your closet and stuff pours out? Stuff that you didn't even buy, but you held on to because of obligation or guilt. Or maybe you bought something that you loved 5 years ago, but it either no longer fits you or you just don't like the way it looks anymore. Or maybe it has a hole or rip in it that you always meant to fix but never did. Our energy fields are similar to our closet. We collect ideas, beliefs, and ways of doing things or being, and it may not be the things we love. Like a well-organized closet with our favorite things, we are meant to have a clear and joyful aura or energy field. But over time, from when we're very small, we have collected things from well-meaning others as well as modern society. The energy can go from light and sparkly to dull or dense, almost like a heavy fog or smoke is covering our energy. We become accustomed to it, and over time, it weighs us down. So what would it feel like to open that closet and see only what you love? Like you're shopping at your favorite store and that store is now your closet. Maybe it'd feel a little like the closet you see on Pinterest, where you're like, that looks so good. It's really your choice. You can cut through the overwhelm or stay stuck in that fog. Most of us are cluttered from the conditioning. We collect those ideas and beliefs about doing things, but they may not be things that we love or that spark joy for us. In human design, we first look at the open centers in your chart. That's where you're most prone to conditioning, and I just want to show you how easily this ties to human design. There are 9 centers in your chart, and any of them can be open or what's also called undefined. So when you look at your chart, those are the ones that are white, or rather, they're not filled in. A reflector is the only human design type that could have all of the centers open. And all of these centers that are open in your chart can easily be filled with stuff that is not ours. So what? Why should we care? We're all cluttered and conditioned. Why should we do something different now? Well, it's working, kind of. I'm trying to show you here how, like things in your closet, you can collect thoughts and beliefs, emotions, and personas from others. And does this feel good? Do you love opening your closet doors? But sometimes it can create clutter and weigh you down. So are you carrying others' thoughts or beliefs and keeping a bunch of hats that were given to you because they were gifted to you over the years, but you'll never wear them? Or are you holding on to others' emotions? Do you look in your closet and see all these colors that make you want to puke, cry, or just are totally dull and you never want to wear them. Or maybe you have a bunch of costumes and those are like personas. And do you have a bunch of items that look amazing in the magazine or on your friend, but you never feel like it's the right outfit for you? And no matter how much we try to live up to the expectations from conditioning, we still feel guilty all the time. According to Psychology Today, there was a study that showed if you add up all the micro moments in the day, guilt consumes 5 hours of our time every week. Most of us feel guilty because of that conditioning. We've collected those ideas or beliefs or ways of doing things or being so that we can fit into the idea of being a good woman or a good mom. But what if you could make choices with this mantra in mind and say to yourself, I don't care what you think, I care about how I feel about this. So I don't care what you think, I care how I feel. Mom guilt is a hard topic for many women to surrender to, and then especially moms. That what you feel is much more important than what others think. We are bombarded with expectations of how to be the perfect parent, the perfect partner, friend, or be amazing in our careers, because, we should feel lucky to have one. But the truth is we are living up to an unrealistic expectation that is based on the perception of the other person looking at us, and they are doing the same thing. But because we all have our own conditioning, it will never please everyone, especially not ourselves. Everyone has a right to be loved, even yourself. So stop doing things you think you should and still feeling guilty all the time, and start caring about how you feel. Saying yes to what's right for you and no to the things that you think you should will give you the energy to make your own unique contribution to the world. How many things do you do in your day to please others or meet social expectations? Things like what you should feed your kids or what you should eat yourself, or if your house is clean, or what to wear, or putting your kids in a lot of activities because everyone's doing that, or doing more at work to keep up with everyone else, or posting the perfect life on social media, or maybe even being jealous of someone else's perfect life on social media, or judging others because of your own conditioned judgments, and so on and so on. We tell ourselves we must be superhuman just to hold our place in the world, but that's a bunch of bull. So what's the problem with caring what others think? Well, little by little, you become less and less aligned with what's right for you. You may waste your precious energy. You may wear a costume or a mask, and the weight of it will burn you out or make you sick. You may surround yourself with the wrong people. You might show your kids how to do it in a conditioned way. Or you'll never measure up because everyone has their own set of expectations and judgments, and they all differ. So it leads it back to the first one, where you'll waste your energy trying to be like someone else based on their own conditioning. Most of us can quickly identify with mom guilt. If you're not a mom, I think women can also easily identify the pangs of guilt. If you haven't seen the movie Bad Moms, it's a take on the impossible standards of modern motherhood. So I'm going to just play the little clip here. This is what I call the before.
Emergency PTA meeting today at 5 o'clock. It should be about 2 to 3 hours.
Awesome.
Okay.
So she just says awesome here. What she really said was yes, and agreed to something that she doesn't want to do. And it's going to take up to 2 to 3 hours of her time. And then this is how it makes her feel inside. So what could it feel like, or what does it feel like to be liberated from guilt? There was another scene that stood out to me, and this is what I call the after. And this is the freedom you see in Mila Kunis's character when she takes her power back. She goes through her own personal journey of figuring out what she wants.
PTA meeting at 2. Will we see you there?
No.
So once you are able to have this same empowered no or no thank you to things you don't want in your life or in your energy field, what does it look like to be guided by how you feel? Well, you'll listen to your body and how it feels. You can use your human design authority to guide your decision making so it's more authentic. You might have to develop a thick skin because you're going to be a little bit different than, or people will perceive you differently than you've been in the past because you're now doing what you want and saying what you want. And it will be uncomfortable at first, but it's worth it. And you can use things like essential oils and other healing tools to help you through this all. So why must we ditch the guilt and the other things that no longer serve us? Guilt is a low vibration. It lowers our own energy, it wastes our time and energy, and it hurts us, not the other. Because it takes a lot more energy to wear a mask or wear that costume of what you're not, all these things are masking who you truly are and weighing down your energy field. You may feel overwhelmed, like you are dragging, or sometimes even sick. You are just basically wasting your energy, wasting it on things that may not even be for you. And then guess what? You don't have the energy to do what you love. So I've worn many masks in my life. Masks to fit in with men at work, or to be like the people I see on social media, or the moms I see doing it all. Of course you can do all these things, but if you're wearing all the masks at one time, or all these costumes, it's taking a lot of your energy. So how do you do something about it? Like Marie Kondo's process, you have to find out what's not yours and let it go. You have to let go of things like negative vibrations or emotions that have been there for years, like some of the clothes that have been in your closet, or beliefs that don't resonate, or things that you think you should do, like I should do this because of this, or maybe even just the autopilot or numbed approach that you may have been taking, or any yucky energy, and definitely guilt. I want to talk about what it feels like on the other side. It's the reason to clear, and it's called alignment. So what does clear energy look and feel like? Cleared energy feels like contentment, like the purring of a cat, like the feeling you might get if you opened your closet door and it looks like your own personal boutique. I want to connect you with the feeling of alignment, where we are going. This is the cleared energy field, and it can look like healthy boundaries, saying yes to things you love, saying no to things that drain you, making aligned decisions, the ones that are right for you. And because you're so clear, you can feel when something is off. What does it mean for your life to have a clear energy field? Well, you will, or at least can, feel better, make decisions easier, set healthy boundaries and stick to them, have aligned friends, know when to take self-care sabbaticals or time off, be an aligned parent, and find aligned work. Okay, so what's next? What do I do to get into alignment? There's one solution, and you can use human design as a tool. And you can use it as a tool when you look at some areas where you might collect all the clutter, like in your open centers, or maybe where you are just stuck in your own ways, which can happen in the defined centers. It can also happen in the open centers if you are just super conditioned by something. So here's the recap for the letting go of what doesn't bring you joy. What is weighing us down? Well, it's the conditioning and the guilt that comes along with it. Why do we care? Because it wastes our precious energy. Why must we let go? To feel better and be more aligned. And what does alignment look like? Well, it looks like contentment. And what happens next? You can learn where you might be most conditioned. It's totally normal to be cluttered, but it's also totally doable to be clear. If we don't take the time to clear out what is not ours, we don't have the room for the things that spark joy for us. So here's your perfect mantra for this clearing process. I clear what's not mine so I can feel aligned. So the next thing you can do is, check out your own open centers. Look at your chart, see which ones are white or unfilled, and learn more about them. Want to learn more about how to clear your open centers and live with more energetic clarity? Check out my center exploration course, the 9 energy centers. It's a deep dive into each center, how they function, what throws them out of balance, and how to bring them back into alignment so you can move through life with more ease and authenticity. You'll find the link in the description below. Thank you for tuning in, and like or subscribe if you want to learn more.